Is 3 tanks viable in Marvel Rivals? Let's see how it goes here. Alright, my team has Doctor Strange, Magneto, and Peni Parker. Unlike Peni Parker, we also only have one healer at this moment. And we have Star-Lord and we have Spider-Man on DPS. So I don't play Blink Peni Parker on this one. I stay back and I play Stay Alive Peni Parker. I did unfortunately make a few bad choices to where I was like, oh man, I overextended a few times. But on their end,
this is gonna hurt.
They have 1 tank, 2 healers, and the rest are DPS. So they end up getting a ton of damage. And we end up winning, of course, but this is a kind of a fun match. At the beginning of the match, we thought, GG. Not gonna happen. We're gonna lose. But I love 3 tanks. If I could play 3 tanks every time I would, because people like Peni Parker and Doctor Strange and Thor, they all do a ton of damage. Not as much as a normal DPS, but they do a lot of damage for a tank. So having those folks in those roles, you can really stack up, and I love to play like that. So Peni Parker is a very mobile hero. You can see when I start getting low, I'll start going back to spawn and stuff like that if I'm out the game. And as long as they don't have like a Namor or Scarlet Witch, like auto shooting your mines when you shoot them down range, you can go ahead and start launching them. And that is just such a terrific thing to blow up the game. I just got So Spider Time, they got a lot of damage, and I should have stayed back. I was testing the water, all it takes is everyone obviously to go down. So let's take a peek at the score here. Okay, so like I said, we got our 3 tanks.
Tremble, ready for another go, Spider?
They're kicking some butt there. They have a lot of damage.
I'm counting on you, friends.
They've moved to, they got a Black Panther, they've got Squirrel Girl, and they've got Winter Soldier. Squirrel Girl and Winter Soldier are some of Peni Parker's matchups.
Armed and dangerous!
And another reason probably why I've been taking the back line is because Winter Soldier can pull you and just bully you the whole match.
Powering up.
And you see, it's a little tricky to block Peni Parker's mind with Magneto, because a lot of times that'll hurt.
Frank's gone full turret mode.
You have to like trigger them and back up. Once you trigger it, they're gonna pop up and invite you to the back. So Peni Parker is decent against Magneto as far as the mines go. And if I had put all my mines in one spot, you can get about 6 or 7 of them. That's enough to get him into that Everest bubble up. And if they have 1 tank, it's never fun. I felt bad for these guys that he had to fight with 1 tank. And I've watched this replay on every team's POV on both teams. And the best player was their Magneto. He was really skillful. And I'll put the replay ID on here because I posted this in the Peni Parker subreddit. And everyone's like, what? You guys play 3 tanks? That's awesome. I want to do that, and like, no one's ever did it, or at least they were very interested in the game, so I thought I'd go ahead and cast it on your
We are undefeatable!
But it's very fun. Blatch just did his most up-to-date tier list. He's one of the most popular things that streams and stuff. And he said that Peni Parker has a good playstyle where she can third tank, and blocking really fun. So I will say, she is very good at that. And I think I overextend her again, which is no good. No good. When I do that, it makes me so mad because Peni Parker should not die a lot, especially if you're, the secondary tank. So when that's happening,
just needed a few repairs.
It's just like, man, I gotta lock in. I gotta start making bad choices. And the more good choices you make in the match, the better chances your team will have to win. If you play on nailing it, doing a good job, you can maybe take something that wouldn't be a victory and turn it around. Especially somebody like me, like I got a little bit more than 50-50 win rate with Peni Parker. But right there, almost got caught. You gotta look out for Winter Soldier, man. He's a big body,
Time for
and
some fireworks.
she'll get blasted. So sometime when you think they might come dive you and finish you off, you gotta drop those regeneration webs and those mines at your feet. That really does work well.
I'm counting on you, friends.
But anyway, yeah, last time Peni Parker, he doesn't play her the best thing, so, publicly, but you have to, but he says that she's really good at blocking people on the line.
Only 60 seconds
Caught
left.
my arch enemy Winter Soldier right there on a hold mine. It's nice to line up the health pack area.
This is gonna
And I didn't know
hurt.
you could shoot people through that bus. The little food
much
truck, so
better.
I'm gonna have to be more careful. It's good if they're coming down to that right side, but the table's turn, you gotta be
I'm
careful.
counting on you, friends.
And Squirrel Stampede, since it's got the homing, I think it's upgraded. It's gonna be sometime. Peni Parker is the best at climb the wall. So we protected our healer pretty good. She didn't die a ton. I'll check the stats here in a second, but she actually took like 13,000 damage when we're only taking like 25. So
You know what to do,
alright,
Spider.
got another mine on Punisher. And like I said, if they're gonna use heroes that aren't gonna be able to flat these randomly thrown out mines in the backlog, like Namor,
Okay,
Peni
quit
Parker's
showing off,
effectiveness
Star-Lord.
increases drastically.
I'm counting on you, friends.
And Magneto and Strange, they're a great team.
We will preserve the webmaster.
They're like the
Weaver.
best
I promise.
combo for Vanguards.
Time for
And I've heard
some
some people,
fireworks.
they're like, I have a 70% win rate because I convince my team to
You know
ban
what to do, Spider?
Strange and Magneto every event. And I mean, that just says how good they are. They're very good together. I love playing Magneto as my
Only 60
other
seconds left.
Vanguard. Sometimes you just gotta change characters. You know, whatever didn't work for the round.
You get away with it. You get away with it.
Opponent a completely different experience. So the nest right there inside that left little doorway is really good.
Judge, jury,
And
executioner!
Peni Parker, you should really only be done if you have two tanks.
Time for some
And here's Peni
fireworks.
Parker trying to play cool, but also trying to soft lock it. You want to keep them from getting to the card. And put it up to him right there, keep him bouncing in the air. It's all very good. That's what you want to do.
Guns are toys, Frank. Especially ones that big.
So
This is gonna hurt.
Punisher had a good turret spot on me right there. I didn't feel like it was not so. Alright, so let's take a peek here. We've got she's got almost 7,000 damage blocked, which is great.
Just needed a
She
few
got a lot of
repairs.
healing.
You'll have to keep fighting until we
And
get winners.
let's see what else we got here.
Sure those are bad guys.
Alright, actually Magneto hasn't taken the same damage as Peni Parker, so he must have been blocking a lot. That's pretty good.
The current score is
Alright, so shame on us. I didn't see Punisher flanking us in the back. We ended up not winning
switch things up.
that first
including
round
which
is
side you're
fully,
on.
you know, we didn't secure the point, so. So I like that little poster board, tech board back there, because a lot of times healers will come out and they'll walk backwards into it after they
These
do
chrono
the corner,
energy
so
readings are gonna blow out
you
your
can lace them on the
sensors.
right
Out
and the
in that
left,
vehicle
it's good,
to its
and also
destination.
you're going to keep covering up your lines just from firing your spider snare and trying to
Time
trap
for
them.
some fireworks.
So you end up re-snaring that wall to protect your mines further. And behind me, I put the nest in the tree. The nest in the tree is a good spot. I think someone blew it up. Or maybe I hit
I'm
it.
counting on you,
Sometimes I
friends.
forget that I play Punisher a lot. Sometimes I forget that I don't need to reload my mini gun.
Exactly as I
So I'll accidentally destroy my nest. But the tree is good. A lot of people, I'm playing the target sometimes. A lot of times people just never accidentally shoot it and never see it up there. And it connects pretty far up the road too. And there's a lot of ways to win Peni. She's really good third tank. She's really good at flanking. If you have like a Magneto or Strange that's gonna, push the cart. So if you can get that 90-degree angle on the enemy, it's very effective. Like, it's a great playstyle, but I know that your teammates get mega mad at you, not just at on the point or with the cart. So it is just easier to protect your back line and put your nest back there. divers. Alright, so if you didn't know, you can stop Cloak and Dagger, but your mines and your drones have to trigger when you stop. So you have to have either 4 mines laid out, or you have to have a full 400 attack power drone set up, and it'll only hit her when she stops. So the drones will do better, but that's why if you're Cloak and Dagger, you should never run through the mines. Alright, so Winter Soldier pulled me out, and I had to use my ult to survive. That's okay. If you get your ult Penny, most of the time you don't really need to be saving it. You can go ahead and use it, especially if I'm full killing. So this happens to Penny a lot. You are the last one. You're the last one because you have such good survivability. She's the best. She has the best regeneration in the game. So she's kicking a lot of butt. I'm not MVP. I got 20 KOs. I got 10 final hits. I've got equal damage to Strange. He took a lot more damage than me. He's frontline. I've got less deaths than everybody. I got 4 deaths, so there's 7 in my tanks.
This is gonna hurt.
You're gonna put the nest back in the tree. But what you want to do is try to always stay on webs to protect yourself.
I am ready to put on a show.
Then you want to try to web back to your friends, or you can just right behind them. That's right. But all they gotta do to beat you is just run away from you and not just or you're fine. So you're gonna have to keep following them. But if they're crossing they're 5 meters away, 10 meters away, they're gonna get you. So I'm back here again behind them. This time I finally run. And I'm doing, this is what you want. This is what's like a 90-degree backing. So Punisher almost got right there. I'm gonna put my turret in his face. I don't care if he blows it up. It'd be a little bit of damage, and it's gonna separate him from his friends. So anytime you can play in a health pack, that's gonna help a lot.
Time for some fireworks.
Alright, I got those covered up. Let's get back and see what's going on here.
You know what to do.
That's a great angle once that is destroyed. Let's see how we're gonna do here. I'm gonna shut him down. Oh, Skull Stampede got me. That's unfortunate. Let's see some stats real quick. Alright, their Magneto, 7 deaths to our, all of our other things have died. So they're actually pushing out good DPS, and they're doing a good job keeping their Magneto up. He has odds stacked against him, but he's doing very well.
You know what to do,
You can see their DPS 17,000, 14,000, 17,000. They're doing a good damage. Now, Squirrel Girl putting up a lot of deaths. That's not what you want. Our Spider-Man's putting up a lot of deaths. He got 16 hits and 16 deaths. 16 final hits, 16 deaths. That's the even kill to death ratio. Spider-Man gonna die.
Judge, jury,
Alright, so
executioner.
I see Punisher shooting me in the temple, so I have to go hide behind this. And like I said, playing right, you should only die as Penny to ult. Especially if you have the team up. They make you damn near like killable. So you just have to remember to use them at all. Now what you can do is throw your nest on top of that rock. I should have did it. I was being a little bit lazy right there.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
And I went ahead and reset it because my nest is poking out a little bit. And I think it's like 15, 16 seconds go by, and your nest will build up 400 damage. Now, not a good placement right there. It should have been behind. Right at the opening of the gate. I was mad that I set that up. Alright. Got another mine. Winter Soldier. He's the #1 guy I want to kill in this. So that was good. It just takes 3 mines to kill most squishes. Sometimes they're going to have a shield or something built up, like the Wolverine. And you saw the Iron Curtain blocked all mines. He had him in front of me. So, like I said, you got to look out for the squirrel. I was playing around. Next time I hear Squirrel Stampede, after this bad experience, I'm going to start climbing the wall, because we can't get got like that. It's too bad. Alright, stats are good. We're on the up and up here. Dr. Strange got a lot of damage. Peni Parker got a lot of damage.
You know what to do,
Magneto doing good too.
The final 10 seconds.
And hats off. Sometimes sometimes with a tank. Alright, and this is bad. I went in here to try to get a
We'll have
little
to keep
help.
fighting until we have a
Should have
winner.
ran towards my friends,
Headed our way.
not towards the enemy side. So I didn't think anyone was back there and I could sneak that health
Just
back by
needed
the
a few
food truck.
repairs.
That was a mistake.
You know what to do, spiders?
You make a few mistakes like that, you're gonna lose the match for your team if you're not doing well. And like I said, this health pack area is one of my favorite spots on the map. It's a whole joke.
Okay,
And,
quit showing off,
I'm gonna
Star-Lord.
continue to grab it on offense.
We made quite a team.
The other health pack is inside that dojo. That used to be my spot, but it's just not as good. I think I watched a Blue Box
1, 2, 2.
or a Cringe Alarm video, and they were talking about that's the spot. That's it. It is the spot, and it's good to watch videos like this or other ones. Kind of see how it goes there. Alright, here's the final stats. Here's the replay ID down here if you want to watch it yourself under a different POV. Alright, so let's look at the MVP. He had 24 KOs, 11 deaths, 16 final hits. So as long as your deaths to final hits is good, you're good. And then he almost blocked 40,000 damage. That's great as a tank. 15,000 damage, that's great. Your goal is to do 10,000 damage per round, and that's okay if you don't. Alright, and then Magneto, 18 KOs, 10 deaths, 10 final hits. That's even. He did good, you know. He didn't take away from anything. And then me, Peni Parker, 24 KOs, 7 deaths. I get the lowest deaths on the team next to the healer, and like her to put up only 5 deaths, and she's like the target of everybody trying to take her out. That's awesome. Look how much damage she took. She really did a good job healing herself because nobody else was. She almost put up 40,000 healing. Like rivaled what these two are putting up together combined. Like accuracy was great. Like that's awesome, man. And let's see what she got. Achieved the most assists and most healing. 28 assists. That's crazy. She had a good score. That was awesome. And then got the most KOs. Got the quad. Killed 4 people. And he's got one of the best ultimates in the game. It's like easy mode killing. So he 33 on the old KOs, and then his deaths 15, 19 final hits. That's positive, so that's good. He did good damage, didn't take a ton, that's good. And then Spider-Man, Spider-Man are just going to die a lot more. They're a melee hero. So 18, 19, not too shabby. Did good damage. And you can see how, like, I'm talking about, these tanks can do just as much damage as the DPS. So, like, why not have 3 Vanguards if you have an aggressive Vanguard that can, that mainly can do DPS on top of just happens to have a shield or happens to have regeneration or a lot of health. So the Vanguards out-damaged the DPS almost. We did Star-Lord, and they did get more final hits than us, but, I mean, we're the one KOing them also, putting them down there, so it's good. Just something to think about. Thanks for checking it out.